Mr. Peel, we saw him take it from you at gunpoint.
Gunpoint?
Holy ashtray, he did tip us off.
Hello, watch lovers. You know what time it is. And joining me tonight, I have Kaylee.
Hi, guys.
Janilda.
Hello, everyone.
And the Riddler.
Yeah, it's absolutely official, everyone. Do not tell me it's a sprite. Do not tell me it's a green man. The watch is called the Riddler. And that's it. If you want to pop it in your comments what you think it should be, we don't care. It's the Riddler. Spencer, Batman, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Here we go. We have the Batman tonight. What can I say?
It's been a funny old week, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Hasn't it just?
Announcements all over the place. We can't keep up with it.
I know.
And in between, we try and serve customers as well.
Just a little bit. Great to have everybody with us. If you're joining us for the first time, our shows aren't always like this, to be fair. Spencer, you have my absolute full permission. You can take that mask off right now. I'm going to take mine off.
Oh, it's very hot here.
Put it back on, I hear you say. I'll keep the hat on just for good measure. But yes, we thought we'd bring a bit of fun to the show tonight.
Yeah, you need to undo
No, Spencer,
it.
you just need to undo it. Don't rip it. We're trying to send it back to Amazon tomorrow. Of course. Officially titled by the team at BQ, The Riddler.
Yeah, but you called that straight away.
Straight off the bat.
A lot of people are calling it the Skoda as well, though.
Yes.
The Skoda. Well, yeah, but the Skoda doesn't work for Americans because they've no idea what Skoda
they
is, to be
wouldn't
fair.
know. No.
I think actually at this point I better put my glasses on because I actually can't see a thing. There we go. Janilda, I tell you what, you can wear my hat.
Can I?
There you go. Great to have everybody with us. So excited to be here. And what a week it has been.
The week of announcements.
The week of announcements, of disappointments, of shock, of horror, and actually, really, Janilda, none of the above. Was there?
Sorry, I was...
You were too busy playing with my hat, weren't you? I understand. I'm just saying, Watches and Wonders, that's it. It's come and gone and...
All done.
All done.
Yeah.
What did we all think? Spencer, what did you think, first off?
There was a bit of a mixed bag with everything. I mean, people thought maybe the Air King and the Milgauss. I think the Milgauss not being discontinued was up there. People thought they thought the pair would go together.
Yeah.
I do think that. No one called the GMT. Everyone said of a new one that no one called the left-handed. Yeah.
But also the discontinuation of the Tiffany
Yes.
41, but then the yellow and red
Yes.
in every size.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything, and I was so shocked at that.
I mean, that was a 2-year run, so that is a very short.
Very, very
We
limited.
did kind of predict that something was going to happen with
But
OP.
you
We
would have
thought they'd bring
thought-
out new colours. I didn't
We
realise
thought there'd be new
Yeah.
colours, or the whole lot
Or
would
the
go.
whole lot. It's
They
not interesting that they
mixed
choose
it up,
some.
how they've chosen what they discontinued.
And also the fact they haven't discontinued the Tiffany in all sizes, only the 41.
Yeah.
Yeah, all very interesting. But what I would say is, actually, there's a lot of this. I remember this time last year, there wasn't really much chatter. It was a bit of disappointment. At least they've actually given us something to talk about this time, because the left-handed, I mean, we'll get to all the releases in a second, but it certainly caused a little bit of controversy. It's a little bit Marmite. But what have you got on your wrist? Let's kick things off, Kaylee. What are you wearing today?
So I have the date just 36, 126233.
Do you want to take it off and we'll pop it under the little camera here?
That's beautiful with the green dial with the diamonds.
This is
Absolutely
my...
gorgeous. This is it for you, isn't it, Kaylee?
This is-
Spencer, by the
yeah.
way, the question last week was after how many years
10.
service?
10.
10 years. Well,
That's what I
I'm just
want.
letting you know. I'm giving you how many years?
Kaylee's
notice?
only got another 9 to go.
9 years notice that when it
Hilda's
happens,
only got 7 to go.
this is the watch that Kaylee wants. Let's pop it in front of the camera.
Unless someone on a super chat wants to treat Kaylee
that's
to it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Please.
And by the
I
way, once
love
again,
it.
thank you to the Soho Watch Company for this amazing stand that we have in front
I
of us.
love
Absolutely
that.
gorgeous.
Actually cool.
Kaylee, it is actually a very gorgeous
Isn't it?
watch.
Again,
Yeah,
the green.
it does look very,
Honestly,
very pretty.
I don't fall in love with many watches, but this...
It's diamond
Yeah.
6 and 9 on
Yeah.
that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really gorgeous. Now, Spencer, obviously, you've got the Batman for the Batman.
Yep.
Let's have a little look at that.
That is the earlier
I saw,
Batman.
obviously, all the pictures of everybody putting their watches on upside down, and, you know, here's my new GMT back to front. But actually, we're all just used to seeing it like this, I guess, is the bottom line, isn't it? And it makes sense because
You
it
said
makes
we'll
sense.
come on to that a bit
Yeah,
later.
we will indeed. But that's the Batman. Janilda, what are you sporting today?
I am wearing a 31mm Datejust, so a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Polished bezel.
A 31mm Datejust polished bezel. That's not my cup of tea.
Not your favorite.
It wouldn't look great on me. And I have to say a very, very big thank you. A very, very big thank you to David Marks and Nick Nicola, because the watch I am wearing tonight was a gift
really nice.
from two of our viewers.
Gav, you don't even work for them or anything, but you
didn't-
get watches.
I didn't
Do
work
you know
for
what?
them. You know?
Gav gets more freebies
Yeah,
than
every
us.
week.
Than us,
I don't
yeah.
get it.
You don't get it? Well, actually, and interestingly, so these two, I know these boys. They're very, very nice guys. And they just happened to catch me at a moment at the London Watch Show on the Sunday where my son had just let me know that he wasn't going to use our Tottenham tickets, like with a few hours to go. And I was just chatting to the boys and they said, oh, their friend's going to Tottenham and they're going to look around the show. And I said, well, you can have my tickets. And they went off to the game. They saw us stuff West Ham. And very nicely, Spence, they dropped this watch into your...
That's right. They dropped it off
Yeah.
on Saturday. Really lovely.
That's
So
cute.
very,
Aw.
very nice. Thank you very much, Nick Nicola and David Marks. I am going to wear that. I absolutely love it. In fact, Paul Thorpe, it's a little bit of you, that one. So I think
He'd wear it back to front, Gav.
he probably would. We'll double up on that when we get to Vegas, Paul. I think that's going to be absolutely fantastic. And also, I set the time myself, so I'm most impressed.
Yeah, well done.
Good evening to everybody. Crossy Boy, Ian Nicholson, Rara, Pete Juggins, Uncle Jonga, Jacob Kendall, good evening. Andrew Davis, I think Paul's in the house. Ian, congratulations. Ian has got a new watch coming. He let me know today. He got the call from his AD.
Yes,
Which
I'll
is
tell you,
wonderful.
He called me.
He
Ian
called you as
Golden,
well?
Yeah. Root beer.
No, Ian Nicholson.
Oh, Ian Nicholson.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, Ian got the call today, I believe, for, if I'm not wrong, an Explorer, a new Explorer. Yeah, with the white face. So, yeah. Amazing stuff. Guys, if you have any questions for us, please do pop them in. We'd love to know your thoughts on all the watches as we go through them. Spencer, I'm just going to pop that back to you so you can give that back to Kaylee.
Yep.
We want to hear your thoughts on last week's releases. Were you disappointed with them? Did you think it was good? Did you think there was some left field ones? We've got a few coming up. Let's start off with our own pick. Spencer, this was your pick of the watches that were released last
I
week.
think that's stunning.
Tell me what that is.
So it's 41mm 126334 with a green fluted dial. Now I've seen a few of these dials, and I think, guys, what you've got to wait to see happen when you see some of these watches in the flesh.
Yeah.
You'll think very differently. I mean, let's face it, whatever Rolex bring out will be amazing. It really will. And they do a blue version of this with a diamond dial. But when you actually feel, touch, and look at these, you will think even a little bit more of what you see.
Yeah. Interestingly, I put it across no one said choose Rolex, but Janilda, this was
Yes.
your little pick. Very similar. What have you gone for?
Yes, very similar. It's a 36mm, so it's slightly smaller on a Jubilee. And I think just the green is just fantastic.
Yeah.
And also the price is absolutely reasonable. Lovely, lovely watch, and something that I would like personally to buy.
Yeah.
If I could.
If you could. Kaylee, you picked out this little baby. I love this.
It's the dial.
Kaylee.
It's the
Yes.
Onyx, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Now there was
stunning.
another similar one. Did you see in the Yacht
On the Yacht Master, yeah.
called the Falcon's
Falcon's Eye. Yeah.
Now that looks like you've had a bit of black onyx scraped against a wall on the Falcon's Eye. I think the onyx looks better personally. But again, you got to wait to see these. When
Pictures
you
don't
see
do
them,
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
But that does look absolutely stunning. And my pick, quite obviously, I've picked out the Riddler. And the reason why I've picked out the Riddler is because whilst everybody is saying it doesn't work, it doesn't make sense, it's backwards, but if you're left-handed, which I am, and I would wear a watch on my right wrist, it does
you
to
don't
me.
wear it on your right.
But I would.
Okay.
I equally would. I would feel comfortable with it. To me, looking at my wrist, it would make absolute sense where it is. But for all you right-handed people, absolutely, it's upside down and backwards. And I did stick my name down immediately
I guess, we're just
for
used
it.
to see.
Look,
Nobody was expecting
I've seen
it.
a number
Yeah.
of different left-handed watches, and U-Boat makes some. I've seen some vintage things. The thing that I couldn't work out, that I focused on when I first saw this watch,
Yeah.
is the date. If the date was in the regular place,
But you're thinking about it on a left hand, on a right-handed
Yes.
person. Now, if you stuck it on your other wrist, if you stuck it and looked at your wrist and the date is in exactly the same position as it would be on your left hand,
Possibly.
it's the absolute
Possibly.
reverse. And therefore, but what it leads me to think, Spencer, and you'll be able to tell us all, I've never seen that many watches made for left-handed people.
But years ago, it wasn't even so much that. There's some big vintage watches that I've seen that had left-handed buttons. So when a watch was very big, it was still for a right-handed person
Because you wouldn't
to
dig
be
your...
worn on the left wrist. But the advantage being, if the watch was really large, the button... I don't know if anyone's worn a big Pilot. The button digs in and gives you a big dent here. If you have a really oversized watch and you wear it on your left hand, the button will never dig into you, so it makes it more comfortable. That was part of the reason.
Yeah.
But look, it doesn't matter what Rolex bring out. Whatever they bring out will be popular.
I mean, I'm actually, for all of us, I'm actually quite excited to kind of see that. Al says, Gavin, I'm left-handed and wear it on the right wrist. Roger Kenyon, I've ordered the Riddler for my brother as he's the most cack-handed person I know, and I would agree with that, that we are all cack-handed. Jonathan Adamson, love the new GMT left-hander, went to my AD on Saturday, put my name on the list. The first question I was asked, am I left-handed? To which I replied, yes. And by the way, they'll be able to, if you start writing things
So what
out.
do you think? You've got to be left-handed to qualify for this
Well,
watch?
just, I mean, who knows?
I think they'd probably get first pick, no?
An extra thing.
Yeah.
I've got to
be
share with you.
Go on.
This came out on the Wednesday morning. I did take a few calls that afternoon saying, have you got the green GMT in? I said,
stock?
I said, no, it's not in today, but I do expect it to be in tomorrow morning. And
Do you
they-
mean the Riddler, Spencer?
I mean
Not the green
Riddler.
GMT, the Riddler.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Riddler. And people did actually believe me.
Yeah. Paul Thorpe says, how rare is this watch going to be?
At the moment, I haven't seen one, so extremely.
But, I mean, this really is a Rolex that could be very limited because there's only, I don't know what the percentage of left-handed people is in the
I'll
world.
tell you another couple of questions that come out with this. People have mentioned, do you think people will take the bezel and put it on
right-handed.
on a regular. So again, this has come up a number of times. What I think, Gavin, you're going to have certain things here with this watch where you won't be able to put a green bezel on a Batman or a Pepsi.
Yeah.
Because it will be made differently.
Yeah.
It won't accept it.
Yeah. Uncle John says, aside from the switch of the date and window and crown, it's basically a black GMT
Correct.
with a splash of
different
green.
bezel.
Yeah.
With a different bezel.
And that's absolutely right. Hit the Apex. Love that you used the original 60s Riddler. Yes, I have to say, as soon as that watch came
said
out,
that
I
immediately.
didn't I say it, Spence? Straight away, I said that is the Riddler.
And there were half a dozen different names.
And-
The Sprite, the Skoda.
Well, the Sprite makes no sense to me because that's green and yellow. And actually, it's interesting because someone was having a row with me on our
7 Up. Someone said 7 Up.
Yeah, that doesn't work. But someone was having a row with me on our Rolex group saying it's definitely the Sprite, and I was like, no. And he goes, well, why is the Coke the Coke? Because it's not red and black. Coke isn't red and black. And I said, what colour's the drink? The drink's black. The colour of the tins are red. No? Yeah. Anyway. Gavin Svedlov says it could be called Odd Job for me. And that's right. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of names this thing could be. But it's definitely a weird and wonderful
But I do
thing.
think it looks nice on the Jubilee, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it on the Jubilee.
I do think
interestingly.
it looks nice on the Jubilee.
Yeah.
Well, you got a choice of either.
Yeah, which is nice. They haven't
Yeah.
just stuck to an oyster.
So very, very exciting. Some of the releases I thought were fantastic this week.
yeah.
Amongst my favourites was definitely this baby.
I knew you'd love that, Gav.
Spencer,
Gav, I've got a little surprise.
go on.
Right. I'm not just going to say that I've seen this watch.
Yeah.
I actually physically have this watch. Kaylee? Show.
You got one already?
Yep.
God, you don't hang around.
Well, did you know?
I'm almost disappointed now
We're
you don't
quite
have a-
well known in the watch industry.
I'm
Did
quite
you know that?
disappointed you don't have a Riddler.
We get a few
So
calls.
here we go, guys. I'm going to just.
This
peel
must
that
be
off
one
to
of
show
the
you.
very, very
well,
first
there's
ones.
none listed. Here, shall I put that on there?
Yeah, you pop that on
Yeah.
there.
If anyone is interested in having one of the... If someone's interested in having
Stunning.
one of the first, give me a call tomorrow. The deal has not been done, but I'm hoping to try and buy this, and it is fully stickered
So that
as
is
well.
that version on the
Yeah.
on
bracelet.
the bracelet.
Yeah.
Do you
And
like it on the strap?
Let's have a look at the strap. I actually don't mind on the strap, but I love it on the bracelet.
Yeah.
Because to me, Spencer, am I wrong? That's a bit like the Explorer 2 Steve McQueen.
Explorer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just think
That's
it's
the
a
idea.
fantastic looking watch. I put my name down. I
That's
spoke
the 1665, the Steve McQueen from sort of the 70s with the orange hand. It's certainly similarities. The bezel's very similar. It's just a real old-looking watch.
Ian Nicholson says, I tried that Tudor Pro on. It's nice. The Tudor root beer is really nice. Ian, did they have them in stock where you were? Craig Food is asking how much, Spencer, please.
Give me a call tomorrow morning.
Give a call tomorrow because
has not been.
Yeah.
I've got one of each. I've got the root beer as well.
You have got the root beer, haven't you?
And if you have a look on Gav, you got the camera on there.
Yeah.
This has even got a sticker on it still.
If I can find where the camera button is. Oh, James,
There we
where's,
go.
Yeah.
where's my
We've
phone? There
got
it is. Okay.
A sticker on that.
Yeah.
And there's the watch.
It's fully stickered.
Let's the watch is back there. And I mean, just amazing watches that came out. I just thought the Tudor was exceptionally nice. And you've also got the root beer, haven't you?
We
There we
have,
go.
yes.
I can see it there. You kept that
We
a bit
are
quiet.
quite well connected in the watch world.
Clearly.
For those of you who didn't know,
Clearly.
there we go.
But yeah, I can really see that on my wrist, by the way. Let's
Gav, it would suit you.
Yeah.
I think so. But funnily enough, I wouldn't have the root beer thing. We're not going to call it a root beer, are we? The GMT.
No.
I tell you what, shall I hold it, Spence, at the risk of dropping it? You just open it up. Yeah. You can just hold it in front of the camera instead of opening it. You don't have to open all the seals. Done? Let me hold it. I'll put it under here. That's it.
That's also stickered as well.
Well, so it should be, no?
That is very nice as well.
What do we think
I
of
do
that,
love
guys?
the fact that Tudor keep their stickers on.
Yeah.
Night Diver says, if I buy it, I also get a date with Kaylee.
Done.
Done. Done. Even Kaylee's not saying no.
I don't know what he looks
She
like.
doesn't seem.
She likes Italian. She likes that. It doesn't matter. It's what people look like on the inside, Kaylee.
Yeah, so Kaylee will personally deliver this as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't drive.
But as I say, if anyone is interested, call me tomorrow morning in the office and I will see what I can do.
There were some other sort of great releases that have really sort of gone underneath the radar. Let's have a little look. I've done the Tudor Black Bay GMT. We've done
Some nice Panerais.
We've done, yeah. Well, let's have a little look because I saw these Panerais and I thought to myself, ooh, they're very nice. Have a little
Green
look
is
at that.
definitely the
Dark
colour.
green, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
just
nice.
really,
I feel
absolutely.
like every brand is trying to.
So this is
do the
Submersible
green.
QuarantaQuattro eSteel Verde Smeraldo.
44, Gav.
Sorry, say again.
44.
44. It's a 44 millimeter
this
case
steel or-
back.
Still?
It's
Steel.
steel. It's called
Yeah.
eSteel. Now here's the spiel, Spencer. 44 millimeter case back, safety lock crown protection device, and the ceramic anti-clockwise rotating bezel with graduated scale are made of eSteel, recognizing the critical importance of sustainability goals. 72 grams of the watch is made from recycled materials, corresponding to 52% of the total weight of the watch, which is 137 grams. So basically, it's eco-friendly. What do we think?
Very nice.
It is.
It
very
is,
nice.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, do
Do
we
you
like
know
it because
the
it's green?
RRP? Do you
Yeah.
know how much they're?
I got a funny feeling it's circa. I could be absolutely wrong. I could be shot down for this. I have a feeling it's between 4 and 5 grand. I didn't actually look
Yeah, it
so
sounds
small.
about-
so much at the watches,
Really?
Wow.
but I think it's between 4 and 5
I do
grand.
love
I
it.
really like
It's
it.
quite
Yeah.
clean, quite
Yeah.
contemporary.
And
Yeah.
I think it really goes well on the green strap as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that. Moving on to something that isn't so cheap, but I thought was equally knockout, and I'm surprised nobody picked it. But
I think it's phenomenal.
Oh wow.
the Vacheron
Phenomenal.
Constantine Overseas. I mean, that
It is.
is
Skeleton.
absolutely beautiful in the
Open works,
skeleton.
yeah.
Open works, and let's have a look at it in the. I mean, look at
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
That is a gorgeous.
The
gorgeous
only
looking
difficulty
piece.
with these, they can become a bit tricky to tell the time. Yeah.
Well, actually, you're right. The hands are getting a bit lost
Yeah,
already.
They do
Um,
get a bit lost.
But it's a beautiful piece, and the strap looks amazing,
Yeah.
and it's priced on application.
Yeah.
I feel
a bit
like,
like
it's going
BQ
to be
watches.
difficult to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
To
we'll be
get
seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's have a little look. I just picked out one Patek because there was quite a few releases, but this one to me. Do you know there's a theme here, isn't there?
That's what me and Il just said. Green.
Everything
Everything
is
is
absolutely green. But that's also a beautiful looking watch. There's a little.
And that's nice as well. I do like that.
Here's the little Panerai film they
Look at
released,
that dial.
which is
The Patek, you mean?
that's a little bit bland for me. But look at the bezel. Look at the casing.
Yeah.
It's just so beautifully worked.
I mean, that, all them diamonds.
Look at that. Everybody sits in silence. It's pretty special,
wow.
though. Yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous watches. And, of course, we had an interesting release with Rolex. Some more interesting releases.
Yep.
We had
Yes.
the Air King. Let's have a little chat about the Air King and what they've done to it. So it's been redesigned. Case sporting straight sides and a winded crown guard.
Still 40 mil, isn't it?
I'm not entirely sure.
They
believe
did,
it is.
I don't
Yep.
think they've changed the size.
No.
It's a perfect balance and improved legibility thanks to the O before the 5
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the
05.
minute scale. So they've balanced it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The hands of the triangular hour marker at 12 o'clock, as well as the 369 numerals, obtain an optimized luminescent material. The new generation Air King is equipped with the 3230 caliber movement. How popular do you think that's going to be,
I
Spence?
think it's going to be a great watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've got a flip lock on the bracelet.
Right.
That's been added to it.
Absolutely gorgeous.
But I do think that does balance the 05. I like that
Yeah.
little touch.
Yeah.
Really think it does.
Guys, be really interested to see what your comments are on all these watches. I see you're all very quiet tonight.
Actually, do you know what I was shocked at, Gav?
What's that?
The Sea Dweller Deep Sea.
Yes.
I was very shocked that they discontinued the 126660.
Yes.
And now
And
it's
it's now
a
a 136660.
They've made some slight improvements
Yes,
and
it's got a
changes.
new movement.
Yep.
But I was just very. Do you know what I mean?
It
just,
does
it
look
was just a
pretty
bit,
much.
Yeah.
No, it's exactly
They-
the
the
same.
other
They've
thing-
slimmed down the bezel ever so slightly and
Yeah.
chamfered the sapphire crystal, according to my notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The date window's been
You've done your
upsized by
homework.
8%, resulting in the date itself also being larger. And the watch continues to feature a titanium caseback. Only now it's been renamed the RLX Titanium.
Oh, okay.
RLX, like Rolex. You get it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we've got a 1-3 reference,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we've still got some 1-1s going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that unusual?
Just, we thought the
Milgauss.
Milgauss, the 116400s would...
Let's have a look at some of these comments. Craig Frood says still 40mm on the case. Hit the apex symmetry. Craig Frood, it's thinner though. Go at Gav. Do you also get requests from your customers to include colour green for your production and films? No, nobody ever asks for green tints and filters on any kind of films at all, ever. It's very interesting though. Puma Man, never loved the Air King, but the new one is a definite improvement. 05 has made it a lot better. Do you sell a lot of Air Kings? Generally speaking, is it a popular model with you?
I mean, we had for last year, hadn't we? I mean, we were often out of stock of them. Yeah.
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 Wow.
But now
Paul
everyone
Thorpe.
actually is looking, a lot of people are now looking to sell theirs.
I like them personally.
Paul says, I think the 11 series will eventually be the most valuable.
Might be,
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. Talking about valuable, you ladies did a little unboxing for me today, didn't you?
We did.
We did.
I'd probably say it's valuable. Should we take a
I
little
mean,
look?
I would definitely say it's
A
valuable.
little bit.
I mean, it feels like the
Tiny.
right show to show a nice watch. Check
Not
this
much.
out,
Yeah,
guys.
let's
Check
do
this
it.
out.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Hello, everyone.
So, I just had, sorry, I just couldn't speak then because of the watch that we're about to show you guys. I am so excited. But first, Ilda, what's the first thing you notice about this box in front of us?
We know that Rolex boxes are all the same, but some are bigger, and this one, it is definitely a big, big Rolex box.
And boys, size means everything.
It does indeed. So, we know that there's something special. We know that there's something very precious.
Because they don't just give
it's
big
not
boxes.
a stainless steel
No.
watch. It's not a lady's
No.
Dangerous. Absolutely not. We are
Should we open it
talking
together?
about
A platinum Daytona with the diamond baguettes. I mean, I feel like we need to take a minute.
This is so heavy.
I
by
feel
the
like
way.
I'm so shocked that
is
we've got this in.
Stunning, and
I know that this is a lot of people's holy grail watch. Like, this is their, if they could have any watch, it would be this.
they would choose this.
I can see why.
And I understand exactly. I understand why, and it's incredible. The first thing I'm gonna say, it's incredible how the diamond baguettes. They look. I mean, you can tell that it's a diamond watch, but they also. It looks like they come with the watch. You don't even notice. It's all so nice and not too flashy. You know.
With the ice blue dial, it is.
Should we
Should we?
show them? There you go. That's better. You can see the bezel, which is what's really special about
And
this
it's-
watch, because
yes.
it's
Goes
it's a
with the dial, and it goes with the platinum bracelet. It's just an all-round amazing watch, and
the colors,
fact that
the
we've even got it
contrast
in.
is just amazing. And you wouldn't think, you know, when you think about colors, that brown and blue, light blue would go together.
yes.
But in this case, it's absolutely
The perfect match.
I mean, I guess Rolex, sometimes they know what they're doing. This is stunning. Have we got any details on this,
Yes,
Kaylee, for our
so-
followers?
This is 2021, unused, full box and papers, as with this
Absolutely.
lovely big box.
Absolutely unworn. There's not even a mark.
No,
There's
exactly.
nothing.
And this is £188,000. For the I keep going back to it, but the diamond dial for me is so
stunning.
elegant, though. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
they're
This is what
so
we call
stunning.
baguette diamonds.
Yes. And I just like the fact with the ice blue dial, and I like the fact that the sub dials are also ice blue,
Yeah.
because it doesn't take anything away.
It would have
It's-
been a little bit too much,
Yes,
probably, with
exactly.
different subdials. So it really goes with the whole vibe of the watch.
Yes.
This is really,
it
really
heavy?
heavy. And the condition is absolutely perfect. So you're not going to get a better watch,
No.
I mean, condition-wise.
So this watch was actually part of a part exchange deal, and I'm just really happy for us that we've got it, because it is so great to have a platinum Daytona in our stock. It's just one that everyone wants, and like I said earlier, it's everyone's holy grail.
I think we're going to get a few calls for this.
Yes.
So if you want to be the first one to call and to get it, just let us know. Go on our website.
Because this isn't going to hang around for long, because there isn't many about. Do you know, they're hard to get as it is.
Exactly.
And with the diamond baguette dial, it's even harder to get. So guys, obviously this isn't going to hang around for long, but I would also like to just say, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please make sure you do and give us a thumbs up. And also, if there's any watches you guys would like us to unbox, we'd love to know. And then if you want, just pop it in the comments below, and we will do our best
we would
to
like
help
to
you.
surprise you.
Yes.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Mikey Boy's come up with the best comment so far that I've seen. That watch is basically 911 turbo money.
Correct. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Spencer. Would you rather have a 911 turbo? It was being gifted.
It's either a Ferrari 488.
Or a platinum Daytona with baguette diamonds. What would you rather have? You're a watchman and a car man.
I'll probably choose the car more than I'd choose the watch.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful looking watch.
Actually, I had someone came in to me last week saying they wanted to sell a Daytona
Yeah.
because they wanted to buy a Porsche.
That's really? That's how mad the whole thing's got. Wow.
And actually, another comment from another customer came in to sell a Patek because he wanted to give his son a deposit for a flat.
Nicola says, I'd have to part exchange a kidney for one of those. I mean, Nick, in case you didn't see the beginning, thank you so much. Scrub back, look at the beginning. That is really kind of you. Thank you to you and David. Absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it. You smashed the ball out of the park with that. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful, beautiful watch. I never would have thought that brown and blue should ever be on the same palette of colours. But it does look absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Literally unbelievable. Someone said, have to wash a lot of cars for that. Yeah. Best modern Rolex. So Spence, you still got your little cough, haven't
No,
you?
no.
You've got the longest running COVID in history, haven't you? You're 9 weeks now.
No, that wasn't COVID. That was over a year ago. Just a cough.
Yeah.
cough.
You're hiding behind your coat. and of course, now you've given it to Paul. Paul's got a terrible cough now,
Paul's
hasn't
got
he?
a cold. So
Yeah, he's got a little,
me.
so he's blaming you. Another thing to blame you for. Crossy boy, any thoughts on the IWC releases?
To be honest with you, there has been so much going on.
Yeah.
I haven't really had time. As I
To
say,
look
guys,
at
we
all
need
of
to
them.
touch and feel some of these pieces to really see them.
Yeah.
It's not one I've caught up with.
And
Dioptrice-
also, Gav,
Yeah.
the releases of the Rolex, last year they were obviously at like 11, they all came out.
Yeah.
This time I walked into work and they're already out. Everyone was already talking about them.
Everything was out first
It was out
thing.
first thing in the
And I
morning,
felt
wasn't it?
sick actually for Paul, because bless Paul, he was driving all the way from
Yeah.
Birmingham to BQ to do a live stream at 12 o'clock for when all the releases were supposed to be scheduled.
And
And
they'd
as
already
he's
been done.
driving,
yeah.
they've already been done. But
everything was out.
luckily, I'm not saying for a second that he drives and looks at his phone, but somebody was keeping him updated. So when he walked in, he was all prepared. Dioptrice75 says, what do you think of the new Air King will do to the existing Air King price?
In general, I mean, the prices of they used to be sort of 7,000-8,000. They're now 11,
11, 12, yeah.
So
Like,
they've done
regardless
what
of the
happens
year.
with every discontinuation.
So let's talk about discontinuations and ones that we're now weirdly surprised that they didn't get discontinued or it never happened. What's happened to the OPs? And let's take the Tiffany out the equation. What's happened to Coral Red 41s?
2025s.
2025s.
But Coral Red's discontinued.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
So,
I'm saying.
and the yellows,
And
Yes.
the yellow.
they are above 20. You cannot get one below 20.
And are they trading, or are they just
No,
popped
they're-
up
No,
there?
they're trading.
They are.
They are
You've let the
trading.
yeah.
They are
Okay.
trading. And again, equally, your question there on the Air King, I think the discontinued one will sell for a bit more than the new one,
Yeah.
although we don't know what level
Yeah.
the new one's going to be.
And also
Right.
a lot of people with the Air King, obviously the discontinued one, at the moment we're getting a lot of calls of people that are wanting to sell it because obviously it's only just been discontinued.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's had a 50% jump, sort of 7, 8. It's now 11, 12.
What about the price of things that everyone was talking about, the Milgauss going? So what's happened to Milgauss prices?
Just sort of
still the
steady.
same.
Stayed steady?
Yeah, yeah.
Has
Steady.
anything? So there was also, what was the big one they were talking about discontinuing? The John Mayer. Yeah. And they'd been
100-ish. They're still holding.
They're still holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say what happens when there's thoughts of it discontinue, it just holds, it softens a little bit, but it's still up there. It doesn't, they're not collapsing.
No.
Andy Binns is saying, Gav, pull up the crazy Cartier with the movement in the rotor. I'm going to ask James to try and do that because he's next door in the control room. By the way, can we just take a moment? Ladies and gentlemen, James in the control room was 40 a couple of days ago. So, James, wishing you a very, very happy birthday. There's no cake, there's no
James.
present. I gave you a watch last week. Yeah, I didn't know it was your birthday. It was one off. James, can you try and pull up somewhere the brand new 2022 Crazy Cartier with the movement in the rotor? If you go to Watches and Wonders and look at new releases and then go to Cartier, you'll find it. Yeah. Yeah. The green GMT is weird. Puma Man, it's not called a green GMT. Pass me my hat. Puma Man, it's simply called
The Riddler.
the Riddler. It shall now be known as the Riddler. That's it.
Oh my God. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a little look at that. Puma Man, there we go. That's for you.
Wow.
Is this, Andy Binns, is this the watch you were talking about? Wow, look at that. Cartier having a very big, I'm hearing chatter around Cartier quite a lot at the moment from people who are messaging us on Instagram.
What
and
is
other bits and
this?
pieces.
What's the name of this model?
James, what's it called? Does it say? A Mass Mysterious limited edition Cartier. Yeah. What do you think? I thought there were some great releases.
I don't love it personally.
I mean, I personally
You don't?
won't
The
wear
way,
it, but
no,
Okay.
not one of my
It's
faves.
very different.
When it comes
I think
to
it's a love or
Cartiers, I'm
hate,
quite,
yeah.
Like, I like the old models.
like a tank.
A
front
few
set,
watches
yeah.
kind of went
Or a Frontier.
unnoticed, didn't they? A few watches went
It's
unnoticed.
so difficult to keep up. Really.
it isn't it? Especially when. But
Especially
I
when they all
noticed.
got released at the same time. You can't
And
jump.
we had
and We were also,
Customers and
the phone was
calls
calling.
and- yeah.
Well, on the screen we have the this Yachty that got released, which is not on the website.
Yeah.
No.
I also know there was some Daytonas that
Quite
were
a
released.
few of-
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the Air King. I don't know what's happened there. Let's go back to the Yachty. I mean, what do we think? That's a very nice ladies-looking watch with all sorts of fancy stones.
Yeah.
Spence?
I mean, the quality, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And again, they've got on this, you got a mask the other dial, the Falcons
Eye. Yeah.
dial, which...
Rara says, I see the guys at Trotters have been calling it the Riddler, so think you may have picked the official name, Gav. I called it from the first second.
Well done, Gav.
It's called the Riddler. John Gallup says, where's the Tiffany OP41 price now? Seen 55k at a couple of dealers on Chrono 24.
Yeah.
I think realistically, 35, 45. I don't think you're going to get anything cheaper than that.
No, there isn't anything cheaper online below 35 at the minute.
Right. Guys, if you haven't given us an upvote, please don't forget us. Algorithms rely on everybody sticking their thumbs up in the air. But please do give us a big thumbs up. Right, it's time to move on to our questions from
And 2.
Right, so we have an abundance of questions for you this week, Spencer, more than we've ever had from anybody. Let's have a little look here. Heavenly Mark asks, if Spencer sees the first new green 126720 VTNR, which is now the Riddler, offered to him for 35 grand, would he pay it?
Absolutely. And I'd ask if they have another.
You'd pay
I
35
think
grand
they'll-
all day long?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's part 2 to this question.
So hang on.
All right.
Hang on.
Qualify
So if
it.
anyone out there has a green GMT that they want to sell this month, I will pay 35
This month.
this month.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'll pay it in May, just in
That's
case
fair
they
enough.
collapse.
You want to be the
But
first.
in April, I will pay 35 grand.
Okay. God.
Well,
That's
do you,
amazing.
well, okay, well, do you think I'm being brave or?
Well, listen, you're the expert and you know your business.
Yeah,
and
but
by the way,
no one's-
you'll lose the money if you're wrong.
Correct.
Not me.
But no one's had one yet, so it's very difficult. But I think with where the Batgirl is, the Pepsi's
Yeah.
above the Batgirl, I'm going 10 grand more. Maybe I'm being silly, I
Yeah.
don't know. But I think if one's delivered in April, I'm happy to pay 35.
My AD told me 4 to 6 weeks. Not for me personally. I mean,
Okay.
I'm fingers crossed it's 4
So
to
guys,
6
you've got
weeks.
4
Got
weeks
a
left.
feeling we're not going to see one in April, but let's see.
You
All right,
never
next
know.
question for you. Do you think we'll see one in April?
No,
Okay.
No.
Then it doesn't matter.
4 to 6 weeks.
I haven't got to pay the 35.
Yeah, that's a great question. Part 2 to Mark's question is trying to understand if the flippers all get together, do they set pricing on the grey market? So let's think about that.
Well, first of all, they don't get together. And
No.
secondly, their pricing is dictated by what things are selling for. They've got to. But at times, flippers do ask very close. We have flippers who ask for more than what I can buy them for.
Yeah.
And that's where I have to decline.
More than you can buy
More
them
than
for?
I can set. They're
Sell them.
selling for.
Then they're selling for. That's right.
So if there is a watch, if a Pepsi is selling for 24k, some people come to me and try and ask for 27,000,
Yeah.
which I say isn't possible for me to pay.
Right. Paul Thorpe says, just going back to the first question, I said it would reach 50k by the end of this year. People said I was mad. We'll see. But Rolex have done this deliberately. 4CD said, so would you pay 45?
When?
No.
When?
Maybe he's asking
Which
Paul.
month?
Maybe he's asking Paul. Craig Frood, it's going to be 50. PD, 50k if Spencer wants it. No one's actually got these things. Let's have a little look. I think it will go for 40 grand, says Andrew James. Let's move on to the next question. Have we all been calling the Pepsi wrong? Should it have been the Superman or Spider-Man? Well, I guess because we've got a Batman, we now have a Riddler.
Not really. I don't know. Maybe because we're used to say
Well, the red and
Pepsi,
blue.
but-
Red and blue.
I mean, it could
red
be...
and blue's always been a Pepsi on
Yeah.
a GMT for
Yeah,
years.
Yeah, but equally,
I mean,
it
you're
could
just-
have been a Superman.
It could have been, but you're just carrying it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has always been known, going back from the 70s, 80s, the
Yeah.
Pepsi.
Pepsi and
It'd be
Coke.
hard to rename that one, that's for
Yeah.
sure. Next question is from Nigel Freeman 7. Why was the new GMT made for 10% of the population?
Ask designers back at Rolex.
Yeah, give them a
Do
call.
you think it's a clever move, Spencer?
Look, it's just different, but it doesn't matter what Rolex bring out. Let's be honest. If they bring out a pile of shit, it'll still sell. So what difference?
Yeah.
You know, green's very in. You've got Jubilee and the Oyster bracelet. They've had a go at left-handed.
So someone was alluding to the fact that maybe it's because, I don't know, the CEO of Rolex is
He's
left-handed.
Yep, I'd heard this as well.
Something along those lines. But, I mean...
It is very
to be fair,
different.
It's not brave, is it? It's not brave because it's not like they're not going to sell it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
People are going to clamour for it anyway, and it'll
Whether
probably
they're
be...
left-handed
It'll
or
just
not.
still sell. But going back to the OPs, like we've said, they ran them for 2 years. So what is the reason behind discontinuing the red, yellow?
Just some of them.
Just to bring something out for people to talk about.
Yeah. Uncle Jonga says Pepsi is always Pepsi. Pepsi is cemented. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
But we do have a good call on all the new ones. Let's have a look. Next one. Next question is from Dwayne Dibley. I've already sent an email saying I would like one to my AD and no response. I did get a response. I got your order is noted, and I've also put an order in for the Black Bay Pro because I absolutely love that.
Yeah, you do.
Spencer will speak after the show. Next question. Tufty 1990. When are Rolex going to address the supply customer experience? Spencer, what do you have to say about that?
I don't think they'll ever address it. They don't need to address it. They're happy that supply out. That there's more people want their watches than they can supply.
Yeah.
They're a foundation. They're very happy with the situation. I don't think they'll ever address it.
Yeah, Andrew James says, I thought the new CEO is Paul Thorpe. Paul Thorpe may be a lot of things, but the CEO of Rolex is probably a little bit of a
I
stretch
think
too far.
I'll be the new CEO before he is, let's be honest.
Oh, Nicholas Sadia says, the CEO starred in the Omen film. I wouldn't argue with him. Oh, that's an interesting fact.
Okay.
Let's move to our next question from Box One Watches. From a seller's perspective, why do the offers from traders range so much, up to 2K on a 20K watch? That's an interesting question.
It's a very fair question. What I'd say is it very much depends on supply, demand, what your operation is. Some people are a one-man band. Some people, like my company, we have a team, we have premises, our expenses are greater.
Insurance, rent.
Correct. And it depends whether you need the watch. But the
Stock
other thing...
levels.
The other thing that you're seeing with some of these pieces is people are buying certain watches and they don't want them. So at times we're being offered them at list because people are just buying them to get a Pepsi, a Batgirl, a Daytona. So they want to buy a watch that they can flip for a lot of money. So date justs mean nothing to them. So if they can buy it and get their money back, they're more than happy.
Yeah.
Whereas some people think, oh, a date just is 6,000, I want 8.
I see sometimes lots of comments come through. I get a bit riled actually on your behalf, may I say, when people say, "Oh, you know, it's greedy. You know, they bid. They're not the best buyers in the world." But the truth is, you buy according to your stock and where you are in the
and how much you're offered. If you're
Yeah.
6 deep in a watch, you don't need to keep buying watches.
Yeah.
If people are buying watches and happy for me to give them RRP or on a commission sale, I don't need to keep paying up on certain watches.
Yeah. And if you've got 6 in stock, you're not going to pay the top price of what you've paid out of them 6
Yeah, let's
for
say
another
we can't
one.
be the best buyers
No,
all
we
the
can't
time,
be. Look, we-
depending on
Yeah.
the
We try and
situation.
give fair prices of what's realistic in the market. But
Yeah.
equally, if another trader wants to buy a watch and give a very small discount of what they're selling for because he needs the watch, that's up to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, a lot of traders, not a lot, but some traders will pay big money because they've got a customer already lined up for it. So it's literally in, out. Do you know what I mean? Whereas
I think the
stock
big
it a lot.
problem externally looking in is it doesn't matter if you are a dealer or a retail customer, you all look at Chrono 24, and sometimes what's on Chrono 24 is an absolute pile of poo.
Yeah.
People make it up, but you're kind of guided like it's the Bible, but actually it's not there set in fact and stone, is it?
No.
It doesn't actually. Well, I say this all the time. You can have something listed at a price 10,000. Someone can put one up for 12. You can put a price up. It doesn't mean the item is selling. It just means it's listed at a price.
I'm going to throw my own question here because I heard you say the answer the other day, so I'm just going to put it out there. Would you rather be buying the Riddler at 35 grand and retailing it, or would you rather be buying it at 11?
I'd love to buy it. If it was at 11, there'll be no demand and there'll be a discount off of this piece.
Why?
So it's never because if it's at 11, there'll be so many out there. It's never going to.
Everyone will.
But hold on a second. What? All right, let's take another watch. Oh,
Why'd you say 11? Why'd you?
I picked
you
a
mean
figure.
it's just
what
$3
I'm saying
grand
is,
over?
if it was $3 over list and you can keep supplying and make your margin, and obviously not having to lay out 10 lots of 35, but 10 lots of 11.
I would sooner pay 11. So just answering that question, Gavin, going back a number of years ago when Daytonas were 6,000, they were trading at 8 and 9. Daytonas were the biggest premium of a watch. Everything else was a discount. For me, for the customers, I wish things were nowhere near the multiplier of what they are. Like you say, I've now got to invest 35, 40,000 in Daytona to make a margin. So there is so much more invested.
Yeah.
And this is what when people sell a watch to me, I may hold that watch for 1, 2, 3, 6 months. So that is a huge amount of money in one watch for a number of months, which costs money.
Yeah.
Years ago, like I say, at Daytona, you bought at 8, sold at 8,750, 9 grand.
Yeah.
And they retailed at 6. They were easier times. They were better for everyone.
Yeah, because it must be very difficult when you look at, and I know you have a number of Pateks, that come through the shop, go through BQ, but it's big capital outlay.
It's huge. It's huge.
Unlike a lot of dealers out there, you're not necessarily on consignment for most of these pieces.
And most of the things we're buying for stock to have for
we
customers.
buy almost everything.
Yeah. We don't buy just for customers. We buy for stock.
Talking about buying for customers, one of our favourite customers came in last week and picked up a lovely watch off you. Greggy boy.
Oh, I love seeing him.
Greg, congratulations. Did you see how I planned to have lunch with you and messed it up because of my daughter's birthday? Spencer,
I had a funeral.
You had a funeral.
Yeah. And no.
Can you come back? Can we do it all again? We'll come back. We'll do it all again.
That was beautiful.
No, he got the best price because I dealt with him.
Tell us about the watch he bought.
Yeah, he bought the blue AP chrono.
That was lovely.
Beautiful.
Stunning. And it looks so nice on him as well.
Yeah, it's his
really
style.
Is a beautiful piece.
Night Risk Watchman at That Watch Guy London. Shout out to the first time viewer, Indy. Indy.
Oh.
Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Hit the subscribe. Give us one of those. And you can have the next lot of freebies. Oh, the freebies went down well, didn't they, on the live stream the other day?
Went down well. Oh,
I mean, God, if you were ever doing like
God.
Well, do you know
a
something,
market sale.
guys? I don't do the
Everyone loves
post.
them.
So if anyone here would like a mouse mat or a mug, I believe we have a few left. Give us a call tomorrow. Give us your address. Happy to send them out.
It was carnage, Gav. I'm not joking. We had little line formed up how to do it.
I know. Kenny W, if the new GMT Riddler was widely available at discount, hands up honestly, who would wear this fiddler?
Everyone.
I would.
Yep.
I would.
Kenny, tell us where we can get it at a discount.
Yes, please, Kenny.
Maybe it's in Alicante.
Yeah. JDA watching here early AM from Dubai. Welcome. Thank you for joining
Wish
us.
I was in Dubai.
Wish I was in Dubai as well. Greggy, congratulations. Fabulous watch. Can't wait to see you wearing it. Let's go to our next question. Jacob Kendall. Jacob, how you doing? Oh, Jacob, your wedding must be getting very, very close now. Jacob, Riddler's the perfect name. Think this will outperform the Pepsi and Batman? Do you think it will?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, just because it's green,
Different.
which is different and left-handed.
Right. Okay. There you go. You heard it there first. Next question is from Artisan Curation. Oh, and now talking about announcements. Let's get the question out of the way first. I would like to buy Janilda as a present for her baby.
Yeah, I've got what she needs.
Is there anything she would like?
Yeah, a Riddler.
A Riddler. A
Janilda,
Rolex.
I think this is time to tell everybody.
The secret is out. Yes, I am waiting for a baby, a little Rolex baby.
You need a Batgirl.
Oh, thank you, Artisan. I am okay.
You're okay. Well, no, our Sam wants to buy you something, so he wants to know. Perhaps maybe if he DMs you.
Know.
Yeah, that's very, very sweet.
Thank
I know
you. It's
actually.
so nice of you.
I know actually some other chaps as well who would like to get you something for the baby, but
Riddler,
only if the baby is
Rolex
called
would be-
Gavin.
Oh no, please.
I told you the baby has to be called Gavin, or I'll let you go with Giovanni
Oh
because
God.
it's got a G in it.
Giovanni.
Let's talk about the back. When are you due?
29th of May.
29th of
So
May.
we're there.
Congratulations.
But we don't have a name yet.
Hit the apex. Congratulations. Crossy boy, congratulations. Uncle Jonga, congratulations.
Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Uncle Jonga says, actually, how long before they make the right hand of the new GMT? That's got to come, hasn't it?
What, the Riddler?
Yeah.
It has
Riddler.
yeah, it have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again,
Probably
remember
not.
when we had the Batgirl
Knowing
and the
them.
Batman? People said they made a mistake. Maybe they've done that to say, hey guys, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
Let's bring out a regular Riddler.
A regular Riddler. I can't go back through all the comments to find it, but somebody said they believe there's some more Pateks coming in a not too distant window.
Yeah,
in the
I've had that.
future.
I've also heard there's an announcement this month about, there's some things getting discontinued, apparently.
Right. Lots of people wishing you congratulations,
Thank you
Janilda.
so much.
Obviously, we're going to bring the cameras to the birth.
Absolutely. Alive.
Spencer will be dressed as Batman. I'll be dressed as the Riddler.
Oh God.
And we'll be
My
on
baby's
hand.
gonna be traumatized.
Traumatised.
We'll be on hand to help to deliver your baby. What could be more special than that?
Wow.
What a birth to remember.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I bet you can't wait. Listen, I'd be very excited about that. Let's have a look at the next question. Next question is, were you surprised that Rolex didn't release a Platinum Sky Dweller for the
No.
10th anniversary?
No.
But I do think this is a good question because the amount of people we had that were so
They were waiting
set
for something.
for something to happen with the Sky Dwellers, and then
I
nothing.
wasn't. I wasn't.
No, because 10 is not really an anniversary.
No, I just didn't. It's such a big watch. It's a heavy watch. I just didn't think it was something that would be in platinum, personally.
Ali 007 says, I think the baby's mine. Tell your boyfriend I'm sorry.
That's quite funny.
Greggy Boy says, if you can give birth between 8 and 9 on the Monday, please.
I'll try to, Greggy, just for you.
Fantastic. Big Pavi asked the next question. Do you think the Platinum Daytona will go down in price because it didn't get discontinued?
It hasn't done so far. A week in.
And it stayed right up there. So how much is the Platinum without the baguettes?
Sort of 170, 160,
60,
170.
160, yeah.
Right. Okay. Wow. I mean, it's strong
Huge
money.
money.
Gautam Bamana says, will the 126600 SD43 ever gain popularity? Seems one of the very few underrated sports watches.
See, I would have to kind of disagree with this.
I find it
because I
popular.
find it very popular
Yeah.
now.
We've
All of a
sold-
sudden, it's gone very popular.
Yeah.
We do sell quite a few of those.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's that.
Were they strong in price like some of the other sort of watches that
Well,
have
it
moved?
used to be about a month and a half, it was about 12. You now can't get one for less than 15. Like the price has increased quite
I
considerably.
think
on
the
it.
SD43 is a nice watch.
Yeah.
Indy Singh, thank you, my good friend Ian Nicholson, Night Wrist Watchman, for the shout out. And Gav, you have said my favourite word, freebie, VC 222, please. There we go. Paul, I will 100% not be bringing the Riddler hat to Las Vegas. I've got something far better planned for you and far better planned for you, Spencer. Everything is going to be revealed about our lovely trip to Las Vegas, which is coming up literally.
We'll be there in 3 weeks today.
Yeah, I think it's literally in. There we go, Las Vegas. Thank you. Also, a huge shout out and thank you to Zero West Watches, because Zero West Watches are sponsoring all the coverage that's going to be coming from Las Vegas, and we are super excited. I believe we're going to be taking some Zero West out to Las Vegas with us, Sin City. So that should be fun. Let's see what's going on with our next question. Let's get to blank. James, is this going to work now? Yeah, questions. There we go. And next question. Wow, it did work very, very well.
No.
Next. There we go. Will older models like the 2000s 16613 and black and blues retain their values?
Interesting question. I don't get what they mean by retain their values. They've already retained, and I don't think much is changing. The thing is with all these older pieces, if you have something amazing where it's in fantastic condition, it'll only go up more. And
Yeah.
they've certainly retained already. They're up at 9s and 10s
No, a
and
bit more
30
now.
dials. So without question.
I'd like to give you a quick swatch update, by the way.
Go on. What's happening? now?
Honestly,
Please tell me you've got one.
I've turned from a fan
To a hater.
to actually getting really pissed about the whole
Stop
situation.
it. Why?
happened?
Because I've been to my local Swatch store 3 times.
Carnaby Street.
I've been to Carnaby Street once, and I've been to Oxford Street where they're getting bigger stock. I missed last Thursday. They got stock in at 12:30, and at 2:00 they started to release them. And obviously, I just wasn't there. Saturday morning, I thought I'd go there early just in case, and the queue formed, and the guy came out and said no stock. This morning, I had a meeting in town. I went to the front. I was there again early. Got to front. They came out and said no stock, and they just have no clue when it's coming online. I think actually, it's
They
horrible.
don't want to release them online, do they?
They're not releasing them online, I was told, because they're now with the hype they've created. They don't want to make the mistake that Sony's made, which is releasing them online so all the botters, all the robots, clear them all up, and prices just remain
What happened
ridiculously high.
with the PS5s?
Yeah, with the PS5s, all the botters got involved. As we know, we had Josh on the show a couple of months
Yeah.
ago. And so what will happen is if they go online, they're worried that the botters will scoop them
Yeah.
all up, keep prices artificially high by releasing them just on eBay at silly money when this is a world. But really, honestly, flood the market, Swatch. Get them in the shops. Let all your fans have their
Yeah.
watches and just be
Yeah.
done and just
It really
get it
is
over and
actually
done
quite
with.
upsetting, Gav, because you're actually a Swatch guy. That
I'm-
isn't. Do you know
I'm
what I mean?
Absolutely
Like
on
you
the floor
really
about
are.
it. Honestly, I cannot tell you. I said to the guy today, I said, I'm actually getting a bit fed up with this. But then I'm thinking, why have I come back 3 times in a week for a watch that is going to be available and I will get? Because when you want something,
You want it. And you know-
when you're a dog with a bone and you just want to have
Yeah.
one, you just want to
Yeah.
have one. Yeah. Will the Riddler, this is our JDA's asking, will the Riddler production affect Batman and Pepsi volumes? I don't
Not
see
at
why
all.
it should.
Don't
No,
understand.
nothing.
Oh.
Totally unrelated. People are still going to buy Pepsi's, Batgirls,
Yeah.
Batman, all of those.
Because not
Yeah.
everyone likes the Riddler.
Yeah.
Rara said, I heard the colour comes off on your skin. Is that correct? I think it was correct for one of the blues.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a leakage, but I don't think it's such a big problem. Could have been someone who's really sweaty or someone who put something on their skin just to make it look like and create a viral video. Red Shovel, Gav's about to cry. You're absolutely right. I'm very passionate about my swatches. You know when they talk about that, what's everybody does? State of the collection. Someone asked you to do a state of the collection, by the way. I said we haven't got a desk big
It
enough.
is in a state, the collection.
Yeah.
The collection
I'd
is
have
in
to do
a
a state of
state.
collection about my swatches.
I know.
I'd have to bring them all in. By the way, my Casios are now fast catching up. I'm super chuffed with that. Let's move on to the next. We had so many questions this week.
Done that one.
We've done that one. So next one is, do you think 2022 will be VC's year with releases like the 222 and the new Skeleton Overseas Tourbillon?
Certainly, I think we've said this, be VCs and AP.
Yeah. I thought those VCs were I thought they were great. I have no idea how much those things are.
But also, I think Vacheron, like the prices anyway at the moment, even just on the overseas, they're quite considerably.
Yeah, they're not ridiculous. Yeah, and
they're high.
APs.
Yeah.
APs have been strong for us. as
APs,
well.
yeah, very strong.
So what do you think? Does anything come back? There can't be infinite amounts of money in the world to everybody just be buying watches.
No, but I mean, obviously, Vacheron's releases are extraordinary. Do you know what I mean? Like what they've done with the Skeleton. But what I'm saying is the blue overseas is over 60k. That's crazy. So I wouldn't even like to guess what the Skeleton will be at.
But it is absolutely stunning. Next question. Left-handed Rolex just feels a bit weird. And
But would it if you're left-handed?
well, I'm going to say again, if you put it on your right wrist and you looked at it, it would be absolutely the same as looking at it on your left wrist. It's not upside down. It's not back to front.
Yeah.
It would be exactly the same. You're just not used to wearing a watch on your right
and
wrist.
you also not see people aren't used to seeing that. Do you know what I mean? On a Rolex website,
You know,
that watch just
us 10% of lefties. Clever
Apparently, you're the most
people,
intelligent.
Apparently. Well, it's not
Apparently.
necessarily true, but anyway. Next question is once again is from Arsene. Which special guest would you like to see on your channel? Spencer, who would you like to see on your channel? Anybody? Well, let's say from the watch world. Who would you like to see on your channel?
We've had most of them on here, haven't we?
We've had quite a few.
Maybe get. I don't know really.
You don't know?
Don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Kaylee's one for the social stuff.
on.
Kaylee, who
Who
would
do
you
we
like?
need to
I
get
know
back?
who my choice would be.
Who need to get back?
Not back, but anybody.
be here.
Or if you want to have someone back, you can have
I'd
someone
quite
back.
like to have watch
Eric?
watch Gringa.
You like to have
I'd like
Gringa
to have
on
her
here?
on here. Yeah, I think
Okay.
she'll be fun.
Gringa, you've been invited. That'll be the second invite for you. Anytime you're ready to come and join us, do let us know. What about for you, Janilda?
Not too sure.
Anybody?
Watch Eric.
Not,
So maybe we'll fly him over.
or maybe not someone that is necessarily in the watch
Okay.
world, but that has cool watches, like
Yeah,
a famous person.
Yeah,
or,
it's like a footballer.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
love
A
to.
footballer.
Yeah,
And see why they choose them watches.
why
It would
they
be
decide to get them.
interesting.
Yeah, it'd
that'd
be
be
nice
fun.
to get someone else on with a good watch collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just go maybe from the people that I can't wait to have Russell back
Oh my
on.
god, I love
Yeah.
Russell.
And-
Amazing.
And just to let you know,
guest.
Russell is our guest next week. Next Monday night, we've got Russell, the Mad Watch Collector, back. Super excited to have him back. But I would love, and I will invite, Adrian from Bark and Jack.
Yes.
Yes.
I really enjoy watching his channel. I thought his coverage
Yeah.
of all watches is fantastic. Super knowledgeable, all-round nice man. And really, really good. And possibly for you ladies, I think we should maybe one day invite Jenny L.
Yeah.
I think she'd be great to have on the show
Yeah.
because I also like her channel. Yeah, Jenny L. Ian Nicholson, Gav, I'm still waiting for my Zero West made out of a used aviation sick bag. Well, we can put that forward to them and see how they feel about it. And maybe, actually, on our Vegas trip, we might invent the first one for you. You absolutely never know. Mark Wahlberg, says Andrew James. Harry
that would be
Kane.
insane. Mark
Harry
Wahlberg.
Kane. By the way, Night Wrist Watchman, have I heard that Arsenal are 2-0 down, or has the score changed? But that's good news, isn't it? For anybody who
Is that the latest?
follows our terrible team. We won 5-1 yesterday
Okay, that's not-
against the Toon Army, which was gorgeous. Let's move on to the next question. Is the 41mm sub a solid investment piece?
Absolutely, yes.
100%.
Yeah.
That is
Any-
as safe as houses, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any sub, any of the subs, you got no problem.
What's
with.
the volume of date versus non-date subs you see?
Do you know something? It used to be about 80-20 date. Now I'd say it's sort of 60. The non-date
Yeah,
is very
60-40,
I agree.
100%.
60-40?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Moving on to the next question. Bi Metal date just worth the money?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
they're lovely watches and they're not going for crazy money.
Define crazy money.
20k.
Yeah, 20k.
I mean,
And you get precious
yeah,
metal.
and,
You get the
and
yellow
in
gold.
ladies now, the variety of the bracelets, the dials, the ones with now you've got the
Yeah.
original diamond set,
Diamonds, not
the
diamonds.
diamond set
yeah.
bezels, which you never used to get in steel. You never used to get the diamond bezels, so they are stunning now. But the price is reflective.
Yep. Next question comes from Walks and Watches. How much for a water bottle and a mug?
A lot.
A lot.
Just
That
a
we're
call.
charging now.
Yeah, I tell you what, give me a call in the morning. I'll do you a special.
Do your special. What about on the discontinued?
Well, that's
Mouse
it.
mats.
These now are
Oh,
going for
that's-
huge money.
I mean,
because
they're nearly as expensive
Yeah.
as the actual Tiffany OP themselves.
Yeah.
Just going back to one comment. Nicola says, I actually prefer the non-date now. As do
There we
I,
go,
Nick.
yep.
As do I.
a lot of people.
Let's flick on to the next one. Next question. What do you see happening with the old Air King prices now that the new one is to be released? Will they
No,
drop?
I think the discontinued one will be slightly higher than the new.
I blocked out your face there, Spencer. You think the discontinued one will be slightly higher than the new?
But I could be wrong, but I think so. Again, dependent on once they're released, how high. This will be dependent on how many pieces they release.
And
Right.
when?
And when?
Yeah.
Okay. God, we're getting through these questions tonight. There was a lot this week. What's the most expensive watch you have in the BQ shop for sale today?
Platinum Daytona and the Steel Aquanaut in the orange. 50,
Yeah. 52.68?
59.68.
59.68.
Your watch.
Yeah, the orange. My watch.
Your watch that you decided you didn't
available.
actually eventually
Is
want
it
to
yours
own.
though?
You can have a signed signature with that piece.
Stop. Hold on a second.
Gav,
Hold up a minute. I was in your office the other day
Oh my God, this is
and
so
I saw
funny.
behind me a mug signed by two mugs.
Well, two mugs signing mugs. Paul
So hold on a second.
started signing them and then told me I had to join in.
So Paul Thorpe is
That
not
was
only
so
selling
funny.
limited edition art that he's drawn with his
He's
crayons.
he's doing signed.
He's now
BQ
doing
mugs.
signed BQ
Let me
mugs.
tell you, in years to come, these will be worth fortunes. They're
Wow.
limited edition.
Andy Binns, get rid of Gavin Spencer and get Gringa and Jenny, all the girls together.
Oh,
If we can make that
sounds
happen, I
fun.
will absolutely step aside
Poor
with
girl.
absolute pleasure. Then Spencer and I can actually get away on a holiday at some point. PD says, is the meteorite sold?
You're right. Daytona
Yeah.
or GM? No, I have a Daytona and a GMT.
So, okay, so but they wouldn't be the most expensive watches you have then?
No.
Not quite there.
Oh,
Close. Maybe
actually.
on the Daytona.
Yeah?
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Thoughts on the Tudor GMT steel and gold? Is the gold bracelet fitting?
that's what we showed earlier, right?
Well, we showed that earlier. I mean, look, at a
I
price.
do have one somewhere. Maybe not. Thought I had
At a
picture of it.
price,
You
it's
had it
great
somewhere.
value for money if you compare it to
Yeah.
a bimetal sub or a Yachtmaster or root beer. So it's great value, as
Yeah.
with all the Tudors.
As with all the Tudors, yeah. I think Tudors were fantastic for this little drop that's happened. Let's have a look at the next question. Oh, James just told me that's
Finished.
absolutely it. Wow, that was a whole bundle of questions. 22 questions. Does BQ have any left-handed mugs, Spencer?
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, they're double the money.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say me. I thought you were going to call me a left-handed mug.
Yeah, they're twice as expensive.
You
than
missed an
left-handed.
opportunity. Now, next week, we've got the Mad Watch Collector coming back to join us. I've sent him some watches. They've gone out today. I hope I've given him enough time to make a little video, but I'm super excited to see what comes back. And then the week after that, we've got something very, very special coming, haven't we, Spencer? What have we got coming the week after that?
That's-
Vegas.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah, it
Easter
can't
Monday.
be.
Yeah.
2 weeks after that.
Yeah. Well, that's the week after next Monday.
Huh?
No, it's 2 weeks after next Monday.
No, it can't be.
It is.
It
can't be.
is.
Today is the 4th,
Yes.
11th. Then you got Easter Monday's the
Yes,
18th.
the bank holiday. We're not doing a show on the bank holiday, are we?
Well, we haven't decided yet.
Well, no.
And then
listen,
it's the week after that.
It would be
So
double.
it's the
It would be double pay. Wouldn't
Monday
it,
the
Janilda?
25th, live from Vegas. It will be midday there. I don't know what we're going to be doing.
Should we have a little look?
Maybe
Should we remind everybody?
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how excited I am to see your
Really?
face, Spencer. And like joking apart, look.
Jo-
Unfortunately, when you were away
Yep.
and we told you what
So that was 4
Mr.
weeks
Thorpe-
ago. Now we've
we planned for you, and you said those immortal words. It better have nothing to do with heights. I mean, talk about shooting yourself in the foot straight away, right, Janilda?
Look, it's going to be great. I cannot wait to get there, see the watch show, spend a bit of time with Paul there, show him around Vegas.
Are you
Yeah.
going to do what Tim and the sharing of the room bit? Are you?
What, the disabled room? I'd sooner
Yeah.
pay a bit more money and not have
Yeah.
the disabled room.
We haven't really discussed that, actually, have we?
We'll see. Maybe I'll put you and Paul in one room.
Yeah, you
Put you on bunk beds.
bunk beds. That would be good. Honestly, it's like babysitting duty anyway.
Yeah.
So the plan is, guys, that in a couple of weeks' time, when we finally get there, we're going to basically be going live. In fact, we had a little conference call, didn't we,
Yep.
last night, 8:00, just planning out our strategy for filming and what we're going to bring to you, and then realised that we need to really be streaming at like 9:00 in the morning.
So
For you
sort of
guys, yeah,
midday will be 8. We're 8 hours behind
Yeah.
you.
So we're going to be bringing you all the breaking news. And everything.
Hoping to get some great videos and footage.
We are indeed. We are indeed.
Some surprise guests, which
Yes.
we will wait to
We have
let you know.
A few little
Yep.
surprises lined up. More than the surprises you've got coming your way.
There's something. I think a good surprise would be maybe let's buy Paul a one-way ticket. Yeah. Let's just
Or
leave
just
him
tear
out
up his
there.
return
Yeah,
ticket.
just leave him out. Just cancel it.
Yeah. Instead of having super chats, we can just put one of those boards up by his feet, just sit him down outside on the pavement and say, ex-watch dealer, now ex-YouTuber.
Maybe it can be a shoe shine there or something like we
Yeah.
had in Burlington.
I am looking forward to it. It's going to be absolutely off the clock. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to our channel. If you're one of those people who doesn't really have a Gmail login or whatever it is, do create one because we'd love to have you join us on a permanent basis. It's been great having you with us this evening. It's been quite a fun show tonight. I really enjoyed all the new
it's
watches.
been so cool.
I thought they were quite a good little roundup. Spencer, you changed your mind about your pick yet?
What my pick of? No, I think I'd say. I think that's a great watch. I just really do.
But come on, you know it's really.
Go on.
It's all about the Riddler.
Yeah, but I just wanted to give
all
something else a
about-
little bit more exposure.
Do you
I
think
mean,
so?
look, as I've said, guys, 35 grand. That's my bid for April.
If anybody can get hold of one, Spencer's
So
bidding
35
35
and
grand
I
for
will
an
pay that.
£8,000 watch.
for that watch. So
Wow.
if anyone gets one early, give us a shout. And if anyone's interested in Tudors, give me a call. If I've done a deal in the morning, I'll be able to give a price on those.
Yeah. Well, with the Riddler, there's only one way to end, isn't there?
But, Mr. Peel, we saw him take it from you at gunpoint.
Gunpoint? Holy ashtray, he did tip us off.
So remember, guys, if you haven't dealt with us yet,
It's only a matter of time. See you next week, everyone.
Bye.